Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Fast Company 1979. This is going to be another Canucksploitation flick directed by the great David Cronenberg. I thought this movie was alright. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't think it was that great. The story's kind of bland, even though there is a plot. It's basically William Smith plays the good guy driver versus the evil white male swine of a capitalist pig, played by John Saxon. Claudia Jennings plays William Smith's girlfriend. So William Smith is a drag race driver. They call him Lucky because he escapes a fire in his car, and he's unscathed. And then all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, John Saxon decides to take him out of drag racing into the funny cars, and he boots his young friend buddy out of the funny car. The young kid is jealous. He's got a blondie girlfriend. There's some nudity in this one. For some reason, the young kid likes blondies, and you see a lot of you see 3 different naked white women surrounding him. Not very attractive in my opinion, but it is a Canucksploitation film, so they did have to feature some nudity in there for no apparent reason to the story, and I wasn't impressed, needless to say. I thought a lot of the explosions were pretty cool. The ending was decent, but the rest of the movie's pretty bad. And okay, so William Smith decides he doesn't like John Saxon, so punches him in the face. John Saxon fires him, and then they steal back the funny car. Not sure how they got away with that, but anyways, they go head to head for the final race. Before that, his car catches fire again because John Saxon is sabotaging the funny car now. I didn't really think the John Saxon character was very realistic. I love David Cronenberg, especially Shivers, The Brood. What else? Existence, Videodrome. I'm probably missing some, but I've seen a lot of David Cronenberg films. The only one that I didn't particularly care for was this film. And then I walked out on Crash. I actually saw the beginning of it in the movie theater. It was rated X at the time. I was with some friends. I was kind of embarrassed by the initial sex scenes in the beginning of Crash, so I just walked out. I couldn't stomach it with my friends there. Especially my this girl that I was hanging out with, and she decided to pick a different boyfriend. That was kind of a bummer, but yeah, I took them to the Aquarius in Palo Alto to see Crash, and about 10 minutes in, all three of us walked out. So that was kind of awkward. Maybe I'll go back and see Crash one of these days, just for curiosity's sake. But yeah, this is not a horror flick in the same vein as Scanners. That's the other one. Another great Cronenberg flick with Patrick McGoohan. And this is not a horror flick by any stretch of the imagination. It's more of David Cronenberg's attempt to make a lamestream movie about drag racing and funny cars, things like that. The music is horrible. The soundtrack is painful to listen to. The William Smith character I really couldn't get into. Neither could I get into the Claudia Jennings, the John Saxon character, or the young kid, Campbell, I think his name is. So it wasn't a great flick. I was disappointed for sure. I got it because it had William Smith, and I'm watching Laredo TV show with the great Neville Brand, who is also in Eaten Alive. Where? I love that flick, Eaten Alive, but TV show kind of stinks, if you ask me. Laredo has some weird stuff, but for the most part, it's kind of boring and hard to follow what's going on with the Texas Rangers in Laredo, the four of them. I guess Neville Brand is the Barney Fife type of side humor, I guess. But yeah, so I'm watching Laredo for a while. I'll do a review of Laredo, probably unfavorable. I'm thinking it gets 2 out of 5 stars. It's like watching Gunsmoke or Rawhide. Kind of boring. Not much in the way of plot-wise or story-wise. And William Smith is in that one as well, doing his television stuff at the beginning of his career, I guess. And it's a Blue Underground disc, so once again I was disappointed. Usually when Blue Underground, when I'm watching a Blue Underground disc, it's very high quality stuff, and this one just didn't cut it, opinion. This is the only Blue Underground disc that I've been disappointed by. So yeah, what else can I say about this movie? It's just I guess you have to be into drag racing or funny cars to enjoy this movie. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool the way the camera guy filmed inside of the car in the beginning, but I think he worked on a lot of David Cronenberg stuff throughout his career. And anyways, I think David Cronenberg should have stuck to horror instead of this film, but that's just my opinion. Laters.